section today, so everyone will be down on the floor after you finish your bar section. You can get them to the floor however you like. And we are going to start with a C-curve position. So feet are out in front of you, hands are out in front of you, moving and mobilizing into your pelvis and low back. You roll down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, and up for 2. So planting your feet into the floor, moving through the spine from the base of the spine towards the top, and then in opposition on the way up. And then you want to make sure that as they come to the top, they sit up tall, coming right up onto your sit bones at the top. We're going to go slower now. You have 4, 3, 2, hands up, and then tuck your chin to come all the way back up to the top. Really slow, juicy into the abdominals, all the way down, and tuck up. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Slow, controlled. They just had a big section at the bar. So just a moment to cool down and breathe while we still work. Last one. Exhale up. Come halfway down and hold it. Breathe. Try to find this nice C position with the spine, from the top of the head to the knees makes a big letter C. Right arm up and down, left arm up and down. Right arm up and down, left up and down. Right arm out and in, left out and in, right out and in. Put them together. Right arm up, left arm up, right arm out, left arm out. Now while they're doing that, you're trying to make sure that their shoulders stay facing forward so that the control is through the obliques, not allowing any changes or twisting in the torso. Just your arm moving from the shoulder joint, nothing else. Looking straight ahead and never up to the sky to protect your neck. One more. Right arm, left arm, right arm. Last one, hold it in the center. We start to peel up, reaching our arms up. Big inhale, exhale back down. Big inhale, exhale back down. One more time. Lift up and down. Hold it. There we go. To the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. Now a lot of times when people start to go side to side with their ribs, you'll see that their knees are also moving with them. You're going to try to tell them to keep their knees nice and still so we're not shearing through the hips or moving in the pelvis. Instead, the movement is from the ribs up, and then your head and neck are following the movement of your spine. So you're watching your hands go side to side, and then if you want to add on, you can allow them to move their knees. Exhale, twist, exhale, twist, exhale, twist. So now you've got sort of a spinal twist going on as you find your C curve. You got 8, 7, 6, in 4, in 3, come all the way down and hug your knees. Now the C curve can be quite tight into the hip flexors, so you can get them a little stretch here, grabbing their feet with their knees apart out to the side, stretching through the hip flexors. And now we're coming to glutes. So we're going to do sideline glutes. Roll to your right side, make a little pillow with your body, lift from the side of your body as you start to move just the upper leg up and down. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down. Head, shoulders, hips, and feet are in one nice long line. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Now the number one thing we see is a lot of people moving in their upper body as they lift their leg. What that does is it stops you from using your glute and it forces you more into your torso. So it's not as muscular into the glute muscle. So your cue is going to be to keep your ribs lifting away from the floor and keep your hips nice and still. You can always put their hand there to feel what's happening. 2 more. Hold it up at the top and stay. Turn your knee down. Tap your knees. Down, down, down. So you have internal rotation of the glutes, of the hip joint. You got 8 little taps. Just your knees are touching. Toes are up to the sky. In 4, in 3, turn it out and tap your toes. We go. Toes, 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 toes. Now, of course, this is mainly glute muscle, but you don't want to forget that you're still using your abdominals. It should be nice and tight down here on the floor side. 4 more. In 4, in 3, 4 knees, 4 toes. Go. 4, 3, 2, turn it out, tap your toes. 4, 3, break it in half, just 2 counts. We go. Knees for 2. And toes for 2. All the little rotators in the joint here are squeezing in tight. 1 count. We go. 1 knee, 1 toe. 1 knee, 1 toe. All right. You take that quicker. This is where people really start to move in their hips. So it's your job to keep it nice and still, which you'll see is sort of a movement through the torso, through the hip and the pelvis. You're gonna keep it nice and still. 10 seconds. Breathing for 4, for 3, for 2, 1, and drop it. Come up to your right forearm. Take your top leg, your left leg behind you with your right toe out nice and long. Reach your hand to the sky. We're gonna reach our hand towards our toe and then reach away. Exhale, hand towards the toe and reach away. Now this is a mixture of inner thighs and abdominals. As you're moving with the foot, you're also moving with the ribs and the back. We're gonna go a little quicker. 1 count. Tap up and down. Tap up and down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 4 more for 4, for 3. Exhale for 2. Last one, hold it up and stay. Little taps at the top. You press up, up, up. Now what you want to make sure is that we're not sinking here into the shoulder and we're not sinking in the ribs. So if you have this position, you're going to feel your shoulders. Most important is you're pushing it away from the floor and away from your ear while lifting the ribs. 8 seconds, 8 little taps. Feeling the obliques get more, the inner thighs tighten. 5, in 4, in 3, 2, roll onto your sit bones. So we're going to be sitting up nice and tall now. Inner thighs and glutes down on one side. Hands go behind you, fingers can face in or out to the side, but not backwards. Dive right in. Here we go. We bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. So what is moving is your elbows. You bend them and you straighten them. Things you will see is shoulders going down and up or hips going down and up. The movement is in the elbow joint this time. Everything else stays nice and still. And we go a little quicker. Here we go. Down, 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 down. Now triceps are long and they're skinny and they're running down the back of your arm. So they heat up really quickly. They start to burn very quickly, especially with all your weight on them. So this is not going to be a very long exercise, maybe a minute. 8 seconds. Maybe they can lift their toes to shift more weight backwards into their arms, making it harder. A little quicker. Pulse, 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 pulse. Down, 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 down. Chest is open. Shoulder blades are squeezing back. You got 10 seconds. Looking straight ahead. You have 5 when you stretch, 4 when you stretch, 3, 2, sit and stretch. Grab an elbow, dive to the side, take a big inhale. Grab the other elbow, dive to the side, take a big inhale. Shake off the hands, shake off the wrists, a little bit of movement. And we would roll to the other side to start our side glutes again. So your side lying glutes with your knee and your toe, and then into the inner thigh on the other leg. So you'll be doing it this way. And then once you're done your inner thigh, we roll to the back, hug your knees in a quick set. We can give both glutes a little stretch, so a figure 4 with your hands above your bottom shin to make it deeper. If that is too much, you can grab underneath your thigh. And then the other side as well. And we are in our final abdominals. So once you're there, we're going to take our feet down onto the floor, hands behind your head, your elbows fly, keeping it nice and simple to start. We curl and lower, curl and lower. So elbows are wide, but they're not so wide that you can't see them. So sometimes people get really wide and stick their chest forward and then push out like this. So instead of that, you're going to make sure that they can still see their elbows from the corners of their eyes. And the other major one here, people pretend they have their hands behind their head. A lot of us do it. So instead of making sure that people are actually connecting their hands to their head, relaxing their heads into the hands, so their upper body is all weighted in the abs. You got 4, so using your head almost like a weight. Exhale, up and down. And we're gonna start to twist, twist, center. Let's go to the same side over and over again. Twist, center. I'm twisting towards my left knee. Twist, center. Hips and pelvis stay really still. So as you twist, you don't want them to be moving their knees or their pelvis. 4 more, 4. You got 3. We're gonna start to add our left knee coming up towards our left shoulder. We go up and down, curl and down. If you want to get a little further, left hand can go to the floor. It's gonna help you get a little bit higher into the ribs. You can press your hand down to the floor. Try to connect as you come up nice and high, squeezing through that kind of cross diagonal part of your abdominals. On the next hands up long, and then try to touch your toe. Curl, curl, curl. Maybe you add your leg back in. Exhale, curl, for 4, for 3, for 2. Hug it all the way in. Take a little reset. When you're in a reset, hands go to the floor. We start to curl and lower into your reverse curl. So adding a different element now to your abdominals. We're now in the very low part of your abdominals, so between your pubic bone and your belly button. Try to relax your head, relax your neck. Keep your heels nice and tight for 4, for 3, for 2. Feet go back down onto the floor, hands behind your head, and curl. Then we do the second side. Curling to the center, adding your twist, adding your knee, placing your hand down, holding it up at the top with a straight leg, straight hand for the curls, add the leg. You got 3, you got 2, you got 1, hug it in. Last little chunk of class, we're right at the finale now. I'm going to end with a bang to be extremely hard. I'll show you one. So we keep our knees nice and tight, flex your feet, flex your heels. Hands come up. They're behind your head and your elbows wide, and you're looking towards your thighs. You're going to drop one heel down at a time, and it's going to stay as close towards your glutes as you can. It's a really small movement. Down, 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 down. So first you feel the connection of your upper and lower abs working together, and then you give them a little break for their upper abdominals, for their head and their neck, and they feel just what happens when your back is down. You feel the lower obliques taking over, pressing down, down, in 4, in 3, bring your chest back up, so now we connect those upper abs again, press down, down, down. All right, adding on, we're gonna bring some obliques into it. You twist, twist, twist. Now again, you want this to be a teeny tiny package, so you don't want your legs out long. We're gonna bring them nice and tight, so we're no longer using the hip flexors. Instead, we're using the abdominals, the low and the high, and the obliques. If they can, now they can go quicker. Now that's where you're going to end the class. You're going to make it a bang, a finale to finish it. All right, guys, we've got 15 seconds left. This is the time to push your body. No need for breaks now. You're going to have a nice big stretch. You have 10 seconds. Final 10, 9, 8. Push a little further, twist a little deeper to finish it off nice and strong. Here we go. In 5. In 4, you're finished. In 3, in 2, in 1, done.